Okay, so today, ladies and gentlemen, you should be working on the opposing side paragraph of your essay. So at this point, you should have an introduction done and three body paragraphs. So this will be the fifth paragraph of six paragraphs in your argument essay. So tomorrow we'll talk about the conclusion, which will be the last paragraph, but this paragraph is really important if you're writing an argument, and it's only necessary in an argument essay. So let's take a look at what an opposing side paragraph looks like. All right, so here is a sample paragraph, and you can see that it has two components to it. One part is in purple, the other part is in yellow. The purple component is the counter argument. So it's important if you're writing an argument to address a counter argument that the other side may bring up. So something that they might say that goes against your argument. For your argument to be really effective, you have to address possible counter arguments. So this is a sample paragraph from an essay arguing that school should start later, okay? And you'll notice the purple part right here is the counter argument. People who don't agree that school should start later, this is what they might say. Some people may argue that teenagers just need to put down their phones and video games and go to bed earlier to get more sleep. Blue light from devices has been proven to disrupt sleep patterns and make it harder to get restful sleep. Okay, so that's a counter argument. People who don't agree that school should start later, they might say that you just need to go to bed earlier, put down the phone. However, now this is where you, as the author, as the writer, you respond to that counter argument with a rebuttal. You are attempting to prove them wrong in this section. However, teenagers are biologically wired to stay up later, so they may not be able to fall asleep anyway, even if they go to bed at an earlier time. Even without devices in hand, a teen may find it difficult to fall asleep early enough to get a solid 7 to 9 hours. So I want you to notice how I respond to their argument, counter argument up here in purple, with this response in yellow. So this paragraph is really about addressing a counter argument and then responding to it. Now, here is a template that you might use in order to write this paragraph. So a transitional phrase that is nice to use, some people may argue that. So what do people on the opposite side who believe the opposite that you do, what are they going to argue? Okay, so you would include what they would say. Then we need just another sentence that gives a little bit more detail, okay? Following that, however, is a great transitional phrase that will introduce your rebuttal. So how would you respond to what they say? And then, of course, you give a little bit more detail about the rebuttal in the next sentence. So this paragraph may be a little bit shorter than your other paragraphs. It may only be 4 sentences as opposed to 5. But this is really what I would like you to try to use to write your opposing side paragraph.